Hey guys, what's going on? It's Obezgaming back again with another video, and today we have a review of the Declan Rice numbers up card. Obviously, as a West Ham fan, I couldn't let this one pass me by, so do have to cover him. He is, after all, the best player in the world at the moment. But jumping straight into the player bio, he is 6'1" with medium-high work rates, right-footed with 2-star skills and 3-star weak foot. And on the face stats, obviously 75 pace, 77 dribbling, 56 shooting, 85 defending, 86 passing, 83 physical. And with the way these cards work, the passing on this one is the preferred stat. So when the first upgrade comes in December, then that will get a +5, whilst the rest will get a +1. And again then in I believe it's April to get that up to 99 passing, while the rest will all have a +2. That being said, let's jump into his attributes. And I mean, on this card, the pace is decent at 75. I mean, ideally, obviously, he is more of a defensive centre mid than a box-to-box centre mid. But for me, I think what I'd be doing with this player is using him as a centre-back in a back three. I think that's probably where he's suited the most. With the high dribbling, high passing, especially as an outside centre-back in a back three, I think that could be quite useful and quite a good ball-playing centre-back, because the shooting is quite limited. But jumping into the attributes, obviously he does have decent pace at 75. Once you get a shadow on there, that's really usable. Shooting is terrible, so you do not want to be getting into attacking positions with this card, which I think is a little bit harsh given he has scored a few goals both this season in the Europa League and the Premier League. The passing is exceptional, obviously. The thing to comment on here is, given that he's going to be getting 2+5 stat boosts, he already has 99 short passing and 97 long passing, so that seems a little bit, pointless. It's not really going to matter. He will get up to full vision, but who really cares about crossing, free kick accuracy and curve on a very defensive player? So that's a little bit disappointing. The dribbling is very good other than agility and balance. Agility and balance are poor, as he is quite a big boy. But the reactions, ball control, dribbling and composure are all decent. I mean, for a centre-back, I think that's still absolutely fine. Defending is brilliant. Realistically, do you really need a shadow on there? Maybe you want to go, engine, just to boost the dribbling up more, but that seems like a bit of a waste on the passing then. But yeah, with its shadow, the defending is pretty much perfect. Physicals, as you expect, very good. 78 jumping's decent on a boy who's already 6'1". 88 stamina is excellent. 80 strength's good, and good aggression as well. No player traits to note. But yeah, for me, this is a centre-back more than a centre-mid, and probably a very decent centre-back. So that's how we're going to be using him in a back three. I have been using Onyeka, the Rule Breakers card there, so it'll be interesting to compare him to that card, because they are very, very similar on the face of it. But alright, let's jump into some gameplay and see how he performs. So, getting into gameplay, first thing that's noticeable about this card is, the passing is absolutely superb, tip-top, as you would expect, really. I mean, it's worth pointing out that I think the only player that I've used that has similar sort of quality, long-distance and quick-fire, short-distance passing is De Bruyne, and I'm a big advocate of De Bruyne. So for me, this card, as you would expect, with the high passing stats, is absolutely superb on the ball passing. Also found him quite decent on the ball, dribbling didn't feel too clunky. He is a big boy, so that's worth saying. And, it's not like he's not going to be like Kante for sure. But on the ball, he was okay. He was getting past people, taking the ball away and getting around them. So it wasn't a huge issue for me personally. Pace was good enough with a shadow, especially for centre-back. It's just my worry would be for a CDM, maybe that agility and balance is going to let you down. He's not going to be the most nippy. Maybe if you want to play him in a 4-2-3-1 with a player like Kante, he'd be okay. But for me, the dribbling sort of lends itself more to a centre-back, outside centre-back sort of position. Shooting's not even worth obviously talking about, because 56. You just don't want to be getting him anywhere near the box, to be honest with you. But in the air, very, very good. Defensively, tackling was superb. Nice long legs as well. I mean, it does definitely make an effect when you have taller players, the slide tackling, where they can really hook the ball away. And along with that as well, very, very strong on the ball. Stamina was absolutely great, especially if you're playing him centre-back, he's going to last all game, be absolutely fine. For me, comparing this to Onyeka, very, very similar cards. I mean, Onyeka has slightly better shooting, but still terrible. Does have one better star skill moves. Again, does it really matter for those positions, especially between 2-star and 3-star? Probably not. This card is going to come in a lot cheaper. Onyeka's looking about 80k at the moment. This card, I mean, I just bought it for 50. It's going to drop more than that for sure. So it is a cheaper option than Onyeka, and does pretty much everything. It doesn't have the same dribbling stats. Onyeka does have much better agility and balance, but because he is so tall at 6'1", that it's really not that noticeable anyway on Yeka. My biggest criticism with him would be he feels quite clunky. So, you know, is that really making a huge difference? The passing on this card is much better. So yeah, I think, to be honest, it's probably a slightly better option than Yeka, especially as a centre-back. So yeah, for me, certainly not uprooted any trees, but for where it's priced and the links it has, I think it's a decent card, to be honest with you. I mean, as a West Ham fan, I'm going to keep using him. But yeah, I think, you know, when you're comparing it to Onyeka, who I was naturally using anyway, as I said, probably an equally as good option for a lot cheaper. I mean, you know, if you look at the stats, I may not say that, but in-game, he really doesn't feel that different to him, honestly. But that brings me to the end of the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope that's helped you make a decision on this card. If it did, please leave a like and subscribe, and I will catch you in the next one. Peace.